Today I'll be showing you another way to use washing machine to make your liquid soap, and I'm going to be making 60 liters of liquid soap, but I'll do it in batches of 40 liters and 20 liters because of that particular part that I just touched, right? So that it will not be too full and then be leaking from the machine. So I'm going to make it 40 liters first, and I've measured my water in the washing machine, and I also separated little water to premix all these powders and things like that. Do you understand? So let me repeat myself. I'm making 40 liters of liquid soap, and I measured the 40 liters in the washing machine, but I took out little water from that 40 liters to premix all these ingredients. Now when you buy your ingredients, when you want to get to the shop, tell them that, oh, you want to make so liters of liquid soap or so, and they will give you the ingredients. I want it in batches of 20 liters, so this 20 liters per line, it was cheaper for me that way. So you can start bringing out the ingredients. This particular thing that I'm bringing out, foam booster. I remember in my last video I also explained that you should buy extra ingredients, right? So you tell them you want extra foam booster, and you want extra foam booster, extra coloring, and extra sulphonic acid. This is sulphonic acid that looks like honey. Tell them you want extra. Now normally I buy one extra foam booster, but in this case I bought extra, so I wanted to see how to turn out, like will it also make it more foamy and all that. Do you understand? So see, this is 2 coloring, but it's supposed to be 1 for 20 liters. I bought extra. Then the foam booster, I told you I bought extra too, and it's not expensive. The foam booster is just 100 naira. Then this coloring too is just 50 naira, right? And then I bought extra sulphonic acid, so they added it in the same nylon. So just tell them what you want to buy. And as I said, I'm making 60 liters, but I'm first making a batch of 40 liters, and each nylon contains ingredients for 20 liters of soap. When you get there, tell them what you want to buy. You want to buy soap for 40 liters or 20 liters or so, they will give it to you, and tell them you want extra foam booster, extra sulphonic acid, extra coloring, right? Because this is what's going to make your liquid soap more cleansing, more foamy, and it's going to make the color really come out. Yeah. So now these are all these powders. Like what I'm going to do now is, in this case, in this particular method of using washing machine, I'm going to be premixing all the powders, right? The different powders. That's my different powders like SLS, soda ash, Sttp, caustic soda, Nitrosol, like different of this. And please try and wear a mask when you want to make this liquid soap, because the smell can be really like tricky. So try and wear a mask. So I'm going to be mixing all this powder so that it can dissolve, right? So I will just leave it for a while. So you want to make it, just mix the powder, leave it for a while so that it can dissolve very well, right? So you can see that thing that actually, that particular powder that used to clump together, it's Sttp. It clumps together, like, you know the way when air is introduced into salt, also that it clumps together. Now that's how Sttp used to be. So you actually need to try and let it dissolve. Yeah. So I'll just leave this to dissolve off camera, and then let's move on to the next step. The next step is just mixing our Texapon and sulphonic acid. So this is sulphonic acid. Sulphonic acid is the one that looks like honey, and you can see that I've brought it out of the nylon. And then what I'm going to do is I will add the Texapon to it. And sulphonic acid is something that actually like helps to make your liquid soap thick. Yeah. So, and I told you that I bought extra, so it's going to make my soap extra thick. Like I used to get this compliment that, oh, your liquid soap is actually very thick and all that. Yeah. So buying the extra sulphonic acid will also make it to be extra thick. So now this is the Texapon that I'm adding to the sulphonic acid. I'm going to be adding everything and remixing it. So by the way, if you like what you are watching and you're already learning from this video, do subscribe to my channel, because on my channel you're going to learn so many things. Like you're going to learn a lot about different aspects of like doing things yourself. Like I love to do things myself because I love to save money, yeah, and I love DIY. I love experimenting, and this liquid soap, like it just made it way cheaper for me and my family. We've been able to save a lot of money on detergent and all, because I use this liquid soap to wash clothes, I use this liquid soap to wash plates, even to wash the car, to mop the floor, to do anything, and it doesn't maybe bleach my clothes or anything. I use it to wash my native wears, and it's very okay, right? So this will actually really save a lot of money when you can do things yourself. Yeah, so subscribe to my channel, you're going to learn a lot. Thank you. So moving on, I've mixed this, make sure it mixes well. And then this is the foam booster. I'm just going to I just want to open everything and separate it, so that once I start adding it to the washing machine, everything is already there. I don't need to start cutting it up and all that. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to premix the coloring. Now you can see this coloring is actually solid and it's actually supposed to be powder. So I had to also dip the nylon inside the water so that it can dissolve and remove from the nylon, right? You can see. So it's not supposed to be powder. It was powder. I'll just put it inside the water and mix it into lab. Very easy. So I'm premixing the coloring, and then now I'll go ahead to make my liquid soap. So yeah, this is the water. As I said, I already measured the water. So the first thing I'm adding is my sulphonic acid and Texapon mixture. And then after this, I will just go ahead to put on the washing machine so that it can start mixing, and I will be adding the other ingredients. Now, using washing machine to make this liquid soap is actually so easy. Imagine you as a person want to make 60 liters of liquid soap, using your hand. Do you know how tired you will feel? And it is actually made I actually bought ingredients for 100 liters, but that particular day I wanted to make 60 liters. Now imagine only you making 100 liters of liquid soap alone using your hand, using turning stick. God, you'll be very tired, right? But using the washing machine, it's so easy. It is very easy. So now these are the powders that I tried to premix earlier, right? So I'll just go ahead to pour it, and when I'm done pouring it, I'll add the next ingredient. So I'm adding the foam booster next. This is the foam booster. Yeah, I'm adding it next. So I set the washing machine timer to 15 minutes. Yeah. And another thing, if you actually want me to do a video on using my hand, to do it without washing machine, let me know if you want that kind of video, and I can do it for you. But washing machine is actually very easy. So I'll just go ahead to cover it and let it mix, and then maybe just few minutes to the ending of the timer and all that, I would add my coloring. So yeah, this is the remaining water. I told you I separated some water earlier to mix those things. But this is remaining water. I'm just using to rinse the container, and then I'll pour the remaining water too, because that water is still part of the 40 liters that I measured earlier. So make sure that when you want to mix any of these powders, it's not like you will do 40 liters, you will now put extra and carry extra water. No, it means that 40 liters is going to increase, or whatever measurement you want to use. So I've already opened the machine again, and then I'm adding the coloring, right? So I'm adding the coloring, and you can see how beautiful and nice it looks. You can use any color. You can use pink, you can use yellow, you can use orange, or you can use lemon, anything. Then this is the fragrance, right? I'm adding the fragrance. But one thing about me, I really love to add extra fragrance. So I used to get this compliment when I give people liquid soap. They're oh my god, your liquid soap smells so nice, and all that. I love to add extra to my soap. So I just added extra fragrance. I don't know if you can see it in that. It was in that Asoria bottle. That was fragrance. And I bought it from there. So I've added the extra fragrance already. And then now this is when the timer is up. This is when it was done mixing. And look at how beautiful and thick, and oh my god, if you were there you would just be oh god, this smells really nice. It has a very nice scent, very nice scent. So this is it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cover it and leave it for a while so that it can settle, so that the foam can settle. I will show you once the foam settles. I'm actually going to transfer it to a drum, right? Because I want to make the next batch of 20 liters in the machine. So I'm not going to leave it in the machine. I'll just transfer it to a drum so that it settles. I'll show you. So this is after transferring it to the drum, because of course I have to make the next batch. It's after transferring it to the drum. You can see it's still very foamy and all. And then I would leave it. I actually did this in the midnight, so I left it overnight, and look at it now. Yeah, you can see it has settled, and yeah, this is it. Look at how nice it actually looks. Yeah, so So that is it. Our liquid soap is ready. If you liked this video and you learned from me, do subscribe to my channel for more videos, and you can also check my previous video on how I shared another method on how to make liquid soap using washing machine. Just click on the top right corner.